ARMY panic. Taehyung's hidden message to Jungkook revealed through a single photo. Hello viewers! The entire ARMY community is in a frenzy right now after one mysterious photo from Taehyung sent fans spiraling into speculation. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming BTS stories. Now, stay with me until the end, because this might just be one of the most emotional and symbolic exchanges between Taehyung and Jungkook we've ever seen. It began quietly, no schedules, no live broadcasts, not even a hint from HYBE. Just an ordinary Thursday night. Then suddenly, Taehyung posted a single photo. Simple, elegant, drenched in his signature golden tones, that familiar mix of nostalgia and melancholy that only he can capture. At first glance, it looked like one of his usual aesthetic pieces, soft light filtering through glass, muted colors, a calm yet haunting composition. But for those who know him well, this wasn't just a photo. It was a feeling, a message. Fans initially admired the beauty of it, but soon, something small caught their attention. In the reflection, barely visible, was what looked like a marking, a symbol, or perhaps a tattoo, shaped unmistakably like the letter J. It wasn't clear, it wasn't confirmed, but for ARMY, that was enough. Because Jungkook's tattoos have always told stories, personal ones. Each mark, each symbol represents a person, a memory, or a moment that shaped him. And among them, the letter J holds a special meaning. But this time, it wasn't Jungkook who was leaving the hint. It was Taehyung. The internet reacted instantly. Within hours, hashtags like #TaeKookPhoto and #TaehyungMessage to Jungkook dominated Twitter, now known as X. Fans zoomed in on every pixel, analyzed the lighting angles, and debated whether the J was a coincidence or a coded message meant only for Jungkook's eyes. Some argued it was pure chance, others insisted it was deliberate, a silent form of communication that only those two could truly understand. But to grasp the full meaning of this, you have to rewind, not just days, but years. Because Taehyung and Jungkook's story isn't one that fits into a single post or picture. It's a journey that began long before the fame and the lights, two young dreamers who shared laughter, music, and unspoken understanding. From trainees supporting each other through exhaustion to international icons who still exchange quiet glances on stage, their connection has always been beyond words. Their chemistry, on and off camera, has inspired countless fans, not because of what they say, but because of what they don't. So when Taehyung posted that photo, it didn't feel random. It felt intentional. Especially since just a few days earlier, Jungkook had shared a late-night message on Weverse that simply read, "Some silences are louder than words." No emojis. No context. Just that. And now, Taehyung's photo, silent, poetic, filled with light and shadow, seemed like a direct reply. A conversation happening not through text, but through emotion. Fans began connecting the dots, tracing parallels between the photo's golden hue and the warm stage lights of the Love Yourself, Speak Yourself concert. That was the same night when Jungkook gently placed his hand on Taehyung's shoulder as Taehyung turned away to hide his tears. That gesture, captured by countless fans, had become a timeless symbol of comfort and understanding between the two. And now, years later, this new image seemed to echo that same energy, nostalgia, tenderness, and something left unsaid. But there was another layer, one that made fans' hearts ache even more. In the corner of Taehyung's photo, sitting quietly on a table, was a vinyl record. Not just any record, but the limited edition of Euphoria, Jungkook's iconic solo track. Fans quickly identified it, and suddenly, the meaning of the picture deepened. Euphoria wasn't merely a song, it was Jungkook's expression of joy, love, and emotional freedom. For Taehyung to subtly include that vinyl in his image felt intentional, personal, like a quiet nod to a shared past. Was it a message of support? A memory of better times? Or a symbol of something lost? Theories exploded. Some fans linked it to a rumored private dinner the two reportedly shared in Seoul just weeks ago, suggesting that maybe Taehyung's post was his way of continuing that personal exchange, but through his art. Others felt it was his way of reaching out, expressing something words couldn't capture. Then, as if destiny wanted to fuel the mystery even further, Jungkook updated his Instagram story only hours later. A photo of the night sky. No caption, no tags, just a single shining star. Simple, beautiful, yet filled with meaning. To fans, it was clear. He had seen the photo. He understood. It felt like a silent reply, one star shining through darkness, like a message across the distance. Could it be that these two were having an unspoken conversation through imagery? For those who've followed BTS from the start, that idea makes perfect sense. Both Taehyung and Jungkook have long expressed themselves through art, not words. Whether through photography, film, stage performances, or song lyrics, their emotional depth has always found its way into symbols. They've mastered the art of saying everything without saying anything at all. And perhaps that's what's happening now, a dialogue unfolding not in public statements or interviews, but through the quiet language of creativity. A bond that remains even as their paths diverge. Because truth be told, lately the two have seemed worlds apart, Jungkook consumed with his global solo projects and performances, and Taehyung diving into the world of fashion, photography, and jazz-inspired music. Both thriving individually, yet somehow distant in ways fans can't quite define. That's why this single photo felt so heavy with emotion. It wasn't just art, it was connection. It was memory. It was longing. It reminded fans of how deeply intertwined Taehyung and Jungkook's artistic worlds have always been, not competing, but quietly complementing each other. Like two instruments playing different melodies that still harmonize when heard together. But as always, ARMY doesn't stop at surface meanings. A new wave of analysis soon took over social media. Fans began piecing together clues from recent interviews, lyrics, and even Taehyung's recent fashion statements. Some believed the image symbolized closure, a goodbye to an era of shared memories. Others saw it as a reflection of mutual respect and silent understanding, two artists acknowledging how much they've grown apart, yet how deeply they still influence one another. Whatever the real story, one thing is certain, this wasn't a random upload. It was Taehyung speaking his truth through the lens of his camera, emotional, raw, and deeply personal. And Jungkook's quiet star in response sealed it. It was a moment of pure, wordless communication between two souls who have always understood the power of silence. In a world where every emotion is tweeted, every detail analyzed, Taehyung chose stillness, and Jungkook answered with calm. It's a reminder that sometimes, the loudest messages are hidden within the smallest gestures. Maybe this was Taehyung's way of saying, "I remember." And Jungkook's way of responding, "I see you." Whatever your interpretation, one thing is undeniable, BTS's story continues to unfold not just in music or stages, but in the quiet, golden spaces between their hearts.